Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Faces of the Jewellery Quarter. I'm here with Abigail. How do you do, Abigail?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thanks for inviting us in. Abigail is now running the Arch 13, by Connolly's. If you're not sure where that is, what road are we on?
Livery Street.
Livery Street. And if you know Livery Street and you've come by quite a few times, you've probably seen this place before as Connolly's Wine Merchants, would you call it?
Yeah, Connolly's Wine Merchants.
Yeah, but now, May time, you changed the whole...
Yeah, so we closed in April and reopened it in May, just at the start of May.
That's a quick turnaround. So what have you turned it into? What is Arch 13?
So the concept is a wine bar. It's a concept that was really popular in the 70s and the 80s and then completely died off quite a lot. But yeah, so great selection of wines, all available by the glass. Meats and cheese boards, cocktails, and some really great fortified wines as well. A huge Madeira list, which is one of our strengths.
Yeah, so you kind of condensed everything that people enjoy, which is basically wine, cocktails, cheese and meats, and you basically just specialise in that.
Put it all under the arch, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a family business. I know your dad, and obviously you've been, the family has been involved in being a wine merchant since
1906.
1906. That's a fair whack of time.
It's 112 years.
Yeah, that's good going. So obviously you know your stuff, and just prove you know your stuff. You are now qualified as a sommelier.
Yeah, I got my certified sommelier qualification 18 months ago. Yeah. Nearly 2 years ago now. So yeah.
Is that like a college you go to for that, or?
So it's all done through the Court of Master Sommeliers, which is an organisation that started in the States originally and is now in a lot of countries worldwide. So it's an exam that you have to go through in a course, and it's a couple of years in the making, basically.
Right. So you got to know your stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got a great selection of wine. You've still got the shop out the back, haven't you? So it's a wine bar, but then obviously if you like something on the menu, you can go grab yourself like a bottle or 6 out the back. And sorry, I've got to apologise for the alarms going outside. There's obviously somebody's robbing a bank or having a major crash.
Welcome to the Jewellery Quarter.
Yes. But what would you say regarding your shop? Why would people come to this shop as against, say, Sainsbury's? Is it down to the price, the selection of wine, the advice?
I think it's all about the advice. It's about having the people there that know what they're talking about and can advise you. You know, all our team are really well qualified and have studied it for years and years and years. You won't get that in a supermarket. You can come in and just tell us what you're cooking for dinner and we'll find you a nice wine to go with that. Yeah,
because otherwise I can imagine, I'm probably guilty of it, I'll go into a supermarket and I'll go for a wine that I know I like.
Yeah.
And then you never try anything else until like maybe 10 years later someone introduced me to something I thought, why haven't I been drinking this for the last 10 years?
Exactly.
So it'd be good to for somebody to actually advise me on what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Now, is it true that you get organic wine that doesn't give you a hangover, or is that a complete myth?
It's a bit of a myth.
Yeah, I thought so. I knew it.
I mean, there are low sulphur wines and it's said to reduce your hangover, but quite frankly, if you're drinking enough of it to get a hangover, you're still going to get a hangover.
Yeah. But then you've had a good time in the meantime,
exactly.
So it's all worth it.
Exactly. So you might as well drink something you enjoy to drink.
Yeah. The kind of setup is here, but I mean, it seems obviously really well done out, but quite relaxed at the same time. Do you obviously get walk-ins, but also bookings? How does it normally work?
Yeah, so you can book tables, but we take walk-ins as well. A lot of the time, especially Fridays and Saturday nights, we do get a lot of walk-in customers. So we do recommend booking just in case we are full at the time that you want to come in. But yeah, it's really chilled out vibe. It's not about being poncy and over the top about the wine. It's just about being accessible and getting people to try things that they wouldn't normally try. Yeah. Which I think is the best thing, like pushing people slightly out of their comfort zone and finding new wines that they really enjoy.
Yeah, and hopefully that you're in an environment where you feel comfortable to ask the questions that you might not have felt comfortable asking before, and therefore the advice would be there. And now you're on Livery Street. You've also got Indian Brewery next door. I mean, by one. So obviously you're not really competing. Completely different.
No, not at all.
They're dishing out, naan breads and beer. But it's quite nice now to have the two. This could be now a place to go to rather than it's a bit out of the way and there's nothing else there.
Exactly. It's becoming a really great area. I mean, we're just a few minutes walk away from St Paul's Square, where you've got some great bars. And really good restaurants, and obviously Summer Row now is really developed as well with Akhtar coming in. So we've got some really cool things happening, and I think this row itself it's a great bridge between both being in town and being in the jewellery quarter, you know.
Yeah. So you got the kind of the business quarter up there.
Yeah.
So obviously, no doubt you get a few businessmen coming down in
We
the suits
do.
and
We
trying
do.
out wine, getting bottles of champagne if they've had a good day. And then obviously you've got all the residents around here. So
Yeah.
and you've got your loyal customers that always came in here to buy, take their wine home. Now they can actually sit down and enjoy it
Exactly.
with all their pals.
Exactly.
So it's a nice little mix. I take it you're online. You've got your social media presence. How would people sort of find you?
Completely everywhere. Arch13bar.co.uk.
Yeah.
And our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all the same, and it's Arch13bar.
Okay. And would you recommend any particular days that you should book in advance?
Always recommend booking on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Generally, Thursdays can get busy as well, so it's always good to just phone us up beforehand and just see if you can get a table. But generally, if you walk in, we'll try and do the best we can for you.
And what are the kind of the biggest parties that you cater for?
We can do parties of up to 10 people in the bar.
Yeah.
We tend not to do any bigger than that because we are quite small. We're only 36 covers altogether. So any bigger than that, we'd have to separate you out over a couple of tables.
You have got a hen party coming in the weekend?
We've got a hen party this weekend. We've got a couple of hen parties booked in for a couple of weekends time as well. So
that'd be a great idea actually. It's better than knitting or crocheting or whatever they do on hen do's nowadays. I don't know. Or maybe that's what the wife tells me they're doing when they're on the hen do. I love the place. Hopefully I'll be able to come back when I'm not driving and actually taste some of the wines that you have here, and obviously ask a bit of advice from you guys. So I appreciate you inviting us in today and taking your time out. So thanks very much.
Pleasure.
And I applaud everybody to come down to Arch 13 sometime soon. Call ahead, book in, and enjoy yourselves. Okay? Until next week, thank you very much.